refresh rate, which we'll get into because that's huge for people that like to watch sports and action-packed things. But I want you, I'll stand here in front of this TV. You see,
and Guy
Aaron,
is huge. I'm a
too.
normal size person.
I mean,
all right.
this is a TV. Okay, you know, it's like that's a knife. That's not a knife. This is a TV. And what's wonderful about it is that we're going to make it possible for you to get this home. I want you all right now, if you're thinking about a place to put it, is go grab your measuring tape, and you better use the big one, and measure. Remember, we're going corner to corner, but you can also go the dimension side to side, and look at a space that you might want to put this. Obviously, it's fantastic for finished attics, finished basements, man cave, lady lair, whatever it is. But if you've got space in your living area to put this TV, that price down there, that next to Mr. Aaron over there, is ridiculous. It's $400 off HSN's price, $400. Wow. And when you look underneath that, you see something called FlexPay, $266.67. That is what you will pay per month on your credit card for 6 months, and then you're done. Now, if you want to get an HSN credit card, and this is where it really, really, really gets good. And if you don't have one, you need to get one right now. If you already have one, you're good, because you'll get this financing. But if not, you'll get 20 bucks in the bank as an incentive. The payment goes from $266 right there to $133.33. You will have this beautiful Ultra 4K, a showstopper. I mean, let's face it. You're turning a room in your house to the most incredible high-definition movie theater of all time. And we're talking Ultra 4K. That's 4 times the resolution of regular high definition. And it's funny, I have at home, I have a 42-inch TV above my fireplace, and it looks big to me.
You always thought it was a big TV, right?
This, my friends, and the definition, and to have all the extra features. Anyway, I'm almost at a loss. I'm so impressed with it, because I didn't see it till I came in. I just saw it online, like a lot of y'all are seeing it. When I saw it, I was like, how are we doing this? This TV, Aaron, in the year 2015, 2012. This TV would be
$8 grand, 10 grand, something like that. I mean, it was about 6 digits, right? Like, excuse me, about 5 digits. Like, yeah,
easily.
It is and it's from LG, for Pete's sake. It's not like it's a name. It's not a name that is trying to enter its way into the television market. It is a name that is humongous, that is one of our top customer satisfaction products, period, at HSN. People get LG TVs, they don't return them. You can, you have till January 31st. So it's no risk to get the biggest television, the most beautiful television, the highest quality. I mean, this has Dolby Vision in it, Dolby Atmos in it, the best sound, the best video quality, as Guy said, a 240 refresh rate. This is a smart TV, which we're gonna get into in a minute. I'm gonna show you this magic remote that you can just point and move around. You can watch Netflix, you can watch Prime, you can watch Disney Plus. Do you know get this? You can watch channels on this. You don't even have to have a subscription. You don't have to have a cable subscription. You don't have to have a satellite. This has LG channels built into it. So if you have Wi-Fi and you have this TV, you have over 100 free channels at your disposal. So I'm gonna show you all that in a minute. I wanna show you again though, if you're just joining us, because it is hard. So if you're watching your TV right now, and if you have a 40-inch television, that's how big this is gonna look to you. So the thing I am constantly gonna do during this presentation is try to give you a sense of the scale of the TV, because it is a cinematic experience in every sense of the word. So to that point, let me do 2 things here. I've got a 32-inch television, #1 selling screen size in America. Look at this is how big a 32
it would eat that TV up 7 times.
That would be like an appetizer for this television. Okay, so an amuse-bouche for this TV is a 32-inch. So that's a 32-inch. I'm gonna just show you what a 40-inch looks like, because a 40-inch TV, that's a big TV, right? I mean, we all agree, like that's a big living room television. This is what a 40-inch TV looks like relative to this. There is nothing like watching the big game on this. Can you imagine?
It's like 4 TVs.
Can you imagine after Christmas dinner, getting everybody together, putting on your favorite Christmas movie, sitting the whole family around this? It is like going to the movie theater.
You know what's amazing to me too is that when I ran restaurants years ago, we would rent a projection TV. Now the projection TV screen, I think it was a 6-foot screen that we were using. And the clarity on projection is terrible.
It's terrible.
I mean, it was fun because you're watching ball, you're watching football. Oh, this is great.
Sure, it's fun.
You watch this, and you got to realize this is 4K, stretched out over 7 feet. Look at me next to that. Did you see me next to that giant walrus? That was scary. It's 7 feet. Now, I know this TV may not be for everybody, all right? Yeah, all right, because a lot of people live in an apartment, they don't have it, that's fine.
Sure, of course.
But if you got room for this, and I want to do this really quick, Aaron, because I think it's important as people are making their decision. So we know that it's 82 inches from corner to corner.
Right.
There's no bezel, all right? It's literally, the bezel on this is about 1/2 inch, so it's all screen. But if you are measuring a space, grab a pencil and a piece of paper, and if you're measuring the space, remember this is 72.8 inches in width.
Yep.
So going from me to Aaron is 72.8 inches. In height, you're at about 42 inches, a little higher if you put the stand on it.
Right.
And then on depth, this thing is only 13.5 inches in depth.
It's nothing. I mean,
so
when you look for them, I can't even believe it's that.
It says here 13.
I think that's with the stand.
With the stand.
Yeah.
Without the stand, you're at about 4 inches.
3 or 4 inches?
Maybe.
Yeah. We might even get a shot of this in a minute so you guys can just see how clean it is. Let me get my card out of the way there.
You can buy the wall mounting material for this as well.
Yeah, you can. Weighs about 100 pounds.
Which is nothing, really.
For a 7 foot, excuse me, for a 7 foot television, no. It's not, and I gotta tell you, if you do mount it on your wall, talk about a showstopper, man. You walk into a room, that is.
Did you hear what I said to Joe? I would almost consider selling my house and moving into a house to have a wall, but this, which I may be doing that next year. So I'm looking and I'm thinking, how wonderful, because listen, I like my 42-inch TV, but when I sit back and I'm like literally 30 feet away from it, it's not a very big screen. Again,
here's the difference.
If you've got the room, there's my TV's 2 inches bigger than that, but look, it's not even in the shot. That is 4 40-inch TVs right there, okay? And yet, and by the way, the stand is included. I don't know if we said that. But what really gets me on this is the LG quality and the Ultra 4K. Like we're standing here, we're looking at it, and you remember you're watching it second generation from your TV. Yeah. You don't have a great TV. Right. But when I look at this, I have a, and I'll be honest, I have a Sony TV. I love it. Bought it years ago. Great quality. You know Sony.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not. Mine's not even 1080p because it's like 6 or 7 years old. Yeah. And it was a floor model that I bought because it was on sale because it was a Sony.
Sure. This
thing, when you look at it, the picture is better.
It's well, think about it. I mean, again, it's four times
at least.
At least 4 times 1080. When we have our, Guy and I literally have our nose, we are closer to this television than you'll ever be right now, and I can't see a single pixel. Like the clarity on it is ridiculous. Upscaling, by the way, is built into this. See where it says upscaling improves non-4K footage. So if you're watching anything that isn't in 4K, it's still going to upscale it to basically the highest quality image you can have. It is, I can't say it enough, it's just an absolute jaw dropper. Now, a couple other things I want to sort of show you and talk to you guys about. By the way, you were hearing some sound there. This has Dolby Vision in it. Dolby Vision is the HDR, high dynamic range. I think we even have a video on high dynamic range we can show you guys. Dolby Vision is the HDR that's built in, and then Dolby Atmos sound is the surround sound. So there's this virtual surround sound from Dolby that's built in as well, both the visual and the audio provided by the people at Dolby. Take a look at this for a minute. We'll talk about high dynamic range. Then I'm going to show you the magic remote. Because this has high dynamic range built in, it offers a wider image of color. So it's kind of like going from like a crayon box with 8 crayons to a crayon box with 64 crayons. So not only does it have more pixels, remember 4 times as many pixels in it, but it also has a much wider range of color. And I think this video does a really good job here. Look how it compares and contrasts. The left is standard, the right is with high dynamic range. See the difference in the oranges. See the difference in the blue. See the building kind of at the back of both of those pictures. See how much brighter it is?
Yeah.
Well, when you look at this image, again, you're looking at this on your television right now, so this will only look as good as your television looks, but I'm telling you, the image quality on it jumps out. It's like being, it really is almost like being there. It takes up your entire field of vision, and it's a higher quality, richer quality because of high dynamic range. Should we show everybody the magic remote?
Let's show them, and there's so many other features. We're gonna get into refresh rate in a little bit because if any of you out there that like to watch sports, or you like to watch, things that are moving fast. And Aaron will explain why, because most TVs have a 60, maybe a 120.
Right. This is TrueVision 240.
This is 240, so it has an incredible refresh rate, which gives you more jammed in pixelization. so that the images don't seem so static. It's much more of a smooth way to watch all your sporting events and things like that. So let's talk about the remote, because I think a lot of people will look at this TV and they'll think that may be too much for me. This magic remote makes everything easy.
All right, so this is the magic remote.
It's small.
It's really small, it's really simple to use, and there's all kinds of voice commands built in, which we'll get to in just a second. But first, I'm just gonna, oh gosh, that image. I'm gonna just press you see that there's a home button, okay? When you press the home button, this little bar at the bottom comes up. And then when I point and move the remote, you see how there's a cursor? See how this cursor moves along? Like if I go to this area right here to the home dashboard, it pulls up all these things, AirPlay and live TV. I can go to Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Hulu. We can go into any of those things. So for example, if we want to watch Netflix right now, I'll just click on Netflix. You saw how instant that was, right? This has the A7 processor inside. This processor is out of this world when it comes to processing video. So right now, again, without plugging in anything else, without configuring anything else, you gotta have Wi-Fi, you gotta have this TV, you gotta have electricity. I'm actually watching Atypical right now. It's so good. I just finished watching The Crown a few days ago. I'm rewatching The Crown, truth be told. So you see how easy it is to watch anything you wanna watch, whether it's on Netflix or any of your other favorite channels. Now this, I think it's gonna blow a lot of people away, because the truth is this service in many ways pays for the television. If you're paying a monthly fee right now to watch TV, you really don't have to. In fact, you notice that's us. That's hsn.com. This has something called LG channels built in. This is not a subscription. This is not something you pay for. It's all channels. There are 183 channels that are basically included with the TV.
With no monthly pay.
No monthly fee. So if you have the TV, and if you have Wi-Fi, right now we could go to ABC News Live, we could go to Spicy and Sour, we could go to NBC News, we could go to ABC News, Blackjack, In the Kitchen, Animal Fails. I could go, just kind of keep going down the line here. CBSN, you wanna watch Bloomberg? We could tune to Bloomberg right now.
All included.
This is all food and drink, time-breaking news. All included, and in fact, one of the things that's really nice is you don't even have to tune to them. There's built-in voice commands, so there's a voice button right there, and I'm gonna say, watch HSN. You see down there it said, it recognized my voice, and it now says, your TV will now switch to HSN channel. So that's what it does. It'll find HSN, and it's gonna find it right now, and it's gonna turn HSN on for us. That's what the TV, searching for it right now. See, HSN, electronic gift connection, which is what you're watching right now. And again, we don't have this plugged into an antenna. We don't have this plugged into, there it is. We don't have this plugged into anything. This is using the LG channels that are built in to watch our television show right now. You can do that with 183 different channels. You can also just ask various questions. This has, in fact, I'm gonna just turn the volume up here a little bit. You'll just hear us. So you just hear us talking right now. But if you want to ask questions, this has Alexa built in, and it has the Google Assistant built in. So you can do things like, I'm gonna press and hold the Alexa button. What's the weather?
In St. Petersburg.
Look at that.
So all of your smart TV functions are built in. You've got Alexa built in, you've got the Google, you can ask what movies are playing, you've got the Google Assistant built in. This is all at your fingertips on top of this huge, beautiful television.
It's the ultimate in a TV experience that we offer at the best price ever, anywhere. I mean, I look at this and I'm like, and let me remind you too, we have a ton of electronic technicians that work here.
Yeah.
People that are very savvy, everybody that's in our control room, everybody that works in TV knows when they see a good deal, okay? And every single person that has worked here has walked up. I mean, Jed is just staring at the TV like this over there. He's just like, oh, well, he's probably imagining where he would want to put that TV. But the point is, we have a lot of very skilled people that are all like going, you know what? It's a really good deal. For $15.99 for this TV, with the 240 refresh rate, with the size of it, all the extra features built in, the magic remote, the being able to get it home, look at the price, and being able to take that price and divide it by 12 with an HSN credit card. So let me go back and talk to you about that. So our smart deal is $400 off our retail price at HSN today. If you want to get it on FlexPay with your credit card, it's $266 a month. You'll have it paid off in what is it? It's November, December. Yeah, you have it paid off by like May or April. If you want to use our credit card, we will get you one today, and when you get approved, which you'll find out right away, you take the 6 months and stretch it to 12. So now that $230, whatever it was, $266, becomes $133 a month. And you can have something like this. I mean, for most people, this would never even been a dream.
Right.
For them to have an 82-inch TV. You'd
sure.
be like, it's just gonna be probably
do it.
$4,000. You know, you go to one of the big stores and they're gonna talk you into all these extras.
Sure.
And you're gonna walk out of there and you're gonna be $2,000 in the hole.
Right.
We're not gonna do that. We're gonna take the down payment, which is the first monthly payment, whether you go your credit card or ours, and then finance it with no finance fees or charges. We just split it up like a pie. You pay for one slice of pie, let me tell you about this pie right here, because that is as good as it gets. I've never presented a TV bigger, not even close. I mean, I think I did a 60-some-inch TV, but look at the size and imagine this on your wall. Imagine who is gonna come to grandma's house now when she's got this big old giant TV, or maybe, and like I said before, be honest, it's not for everybody. Not everybody can support a TV like this in their home.
Sure.
But if you can, I'll tell you what I got. Kevin, give me the latest count. How many left? 480 remaining, hard quantity.
Wow.
Okay, we have about 40 or 50 people have already picked it up in the show. And we got about 8 minutes left. It may not sell out in this airing, but here's what a lot of people are doing. They're writing all this down and they're going, I'm gonna call this person up, I'm gonna call my guy, I gotta make sure everybody's on board, and then we're gonna get it. It's a great family gift. Maybe mom and dad chip in and they're like, you know what, let's get this for the whole family, because trust me, mom and dad, you will enjoy this as much as the kids.
You know, when I think of moments with my family, let's just think about this, man, the holidays. When I think of moments with my family, I think of sitting in the living, and I have a humongous family, 7 brothers and sisters, 21 nieces and nephews. We all go in the living room and we watch Christmas movies, and we actually watch a lot of sports. I'm from Kentucky, so we're a big basketball family. If there's a basketball game on over the holidays, you better bet everybody is in the sort of my parents' main living area, and that's what we do. We sit around, we talk a lot, and sometimes we turn the volume up, but the TV's always on. So having it as sort of a central focal point, having a television that's this much fun to watch, you don't have to leave the house. It's not about, let's all get out of the house tonight and let's go watch a movie. You don't have to. You watch it at home. When you've got to, speaking of basketball, you guys are going to see some crazy moves here in just a minute. I love this video. You're going to see some crazy moves here in just a minute. The technology that's built in, just to kind of review some of the technology, the AI, the artificial intelligence that's built into this, it's called the Thin AI, or Thin Artificial Intelligence from LG, allows us to talk to the TV. You saw a minute ago, I tuned to HSN just by saying tune to HSN. You can ask the TV questions. It supports you just like the Google Assistant, just like Alexa. Both of those are built in. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can watch all of your Prime stuff here. If you're a Netflix member, you can watch all your Netflix shows here. You can watch all your Hulu. If you don't have any subscriptions, you're like, no, I don't subscribe, fine. Your LG channels are still built in. You have 183 free channels. We showed you those a minute ago. I think, there was ABC News, and there was NBC News, and there was, I think, CSB, and there was all kinds of stuff at your fingertips. When you're, like I was talking about, it is, in Kentucky, it is pretty much always basketball season. But this time of year, from now until March especially, this is what we do. We watch basketball. I'm gonna stand in front of the TV for just a minute. I'm 6 foot tall. I weigh about 170 pounds. So I am pretty much like a very average size guy. This is how big this TV is relative to me. In fact, can I do, so it's just about my entire arm span. That's probably the length of one of Guy's arms, but he's
not
oddly
really.
large.
This TV is big. I mean, want to show you how big this TV is? Jed, show everybody how big this TV is. You ready? Here it comes.
Oh yeah, here we go. Thank you, sir.
There.
Look at this.
Now, this brings us to another point.
Yeah, you got your pickup truck ready to go?
Yeah. Here it's right on it. You're gonna go rent a van. If you buy this TV, if you find something similar to it in retail, first of all, they're probably not gonna let you pay it off over time. They're gonna ask you for all the money at once, so you're gonna be in the hole. But then you're gonna try to figure out how the heck am I gonna get this home if I don't have a gigantic pickup truck, because that's what you'd be hard pressed to get this in most SUVs, and you sure as heck ain't putting it on the roof of a car. So what's nice is we'll deliver it to your house. And by the way, when they do deliver it, they call you ahead of time. They make sure they're not gonna put this on your porch, walk away. They will make sure, and they'll set up a time when they can deliver it. But this is what you can expect. And even that TV over there, how big did you guys say, Chris? You said that the TV in the back. That TV is 75. This is bigger. This is 82.
It looks so much bigger. It's
so this is
wild.
officially the biggest TV that we have.
Yeah.
And I am telling you, to be able to get it home, I mean, it's a once in a lifetime thing. And I know that for most of you out there, and we can slide this back, for most of you out there, you know, you're thinking, no, I'm never going to get a TV like that. I mean, I dreamt of TVs like this when I was in the restaurant business. I would have gotten this in a second and put it on a wall, and I would have had a packed house in my bar all the time.
Every game, right?
Because to watch the big game, you know, we're almost three-quarters through the football season. To watch the big game on this, to watch your favorite golf event, to watch your nature shows. What about all your holiday movies? Can you imagine watching like It's a Wonderful Life on here in black and white? I mean, how powerful that would be.
The Grinch.
The characters are almost life-size.
They're nearly life. It's 7 feet wide. I mean, they're not significantly smaller than we are. Yeah, to Guy's point. And just talking for a minute, just for a second about the technology that's built in, it kind of had it all across the top of that box. You get the Magic Remote. So the Magic Remote, the reason we mention it, it is so much easier to use than most remotes are because, as I showed you earlier, and I'll show you again, you basically point the remote at the television. You see that it pulls up a cursor for you. So that's just like having a mouse on your TV. So if you want to get into Prime Video, or you want to get into Netflix, or you want to get into